Welcome, I'm the DeadwoodJedi. This is the Raid Shadow Legends video, and we are on the road to Ultra Nightmare, grinding the free-to-play, DWJ free-to-play. That's the goal today. This would be day 3. This is the morning of day 3, so I'll try and keep that updated as best I can as we go forward, so we have an understanding of where we are and where we've been going. I know I'm going to be recording these, and they're probably going to come out a day or two later just because of editing and stuff, and I'm not that fast with this stuff. It's just the way it is. But I'm going to try and keep this up to date as best I can. I don't know about every day kind of updates, but in the beginning here, there is so much going on in this game. I mean, honestly, I grinded the beginning of this when I first started playing. I was free to play for like my first year, and I definitely remember it being confusing, being a little bit difficult, but man, there is so much going on here, and there's so many ways to trip up new players. It's kind of crazy. But obviously I know what I'm doing at this point, and so we've been grinding. My byword has been the missions. Focus on the missions. See what those are about. Let those kind of take you forward. And as you can see, I've done pretty good. I finished part 1, which was really cool. I did that yesterday. We are into part 2 now, and just in the beginning of it. I'm hopeful. I think I can get through, once I get some more energy back, I think I can get through most of this pretty easily. Most of this is just potion grinding, that sort of thing, and dungeon stuff that I've actually already been able to beat as far as stages and difficulty. So, advancing forward from here, I don't really anticipate a whole lot of trouble. I'll probably get stuck, I don't know, somewhere in the middle here, I'm sure, but I've been able to grind pretty good. My squad I feel really happy with what I have right now actually as well. Why don't we quick take a look at that. This is gonna be a little bit of a ramble just because, there's so much happening in this game. I think that's the thing, is I was running through yesterday, I kept going, oh, that's a really good thing I didn't think of. Oh, that's a cool thing I didn't think of. And then I kept grinding. I think I was on here for, like 12 hours yesterday or something like that, which is, ridiculous, but it's competition. So we're trying for it. Oh, speaking of competition, oh, how did I not lead off with this? Oh, look at that. I got 3rd in my novice tournament. What's that you say? Who's 4th? Oh, I don't know. Somebody, some guy, some fella out there. I don't know who. Anyway, moving on, back to things. By the way, this newbie tournament was so crucial, really. I was able to get, another rare champion. I was able to get a little energy in that speed set. If it rolls good for you, it can be crucial. It rolled pretty badly for me, so it hasn't been as useful. But let's go. Let's get my champions. Let's see what I got going on. I got Elhain. I got her up to rank 5, which is great. Leveled her up to 50. That literally happened moments before I logged on here to record this. And you can see I've got her in a full lifesteal set. Now I've gotten 3 pieces from the daily, the Rondo login stuff, which is great. Obviously, we're going to get 3 more pieces as well. So I don't necessarily need what I have here, but I was able to get a few pieces just farming. As I was leveling up through Dragon, I was able to get a couple little pieces. And so I was able to put one on and make a complete set. And let me tell you, absolute game changer having lifesteal on your starter champion. Life changing. It's crazy how effective that is to stay alive. Honestly, I'm really excited to get another set of lifesteal gear and put that on my Deacon as well, because it is just, it's really completely changed the approach that I've had to this account. Now, I feel like I've not been very good with my silver. That's the one thing where I feel like I should have been a little bit more controlled about it, right? Or focused, I guess would be a better way of phrasing it. Now, obviously I rolled the boots up. I did roll them all the way up to 16, and actually 4-star boots rolled all the way up to 16 isn't bad. It's 35 speed, you lose 5 speed compared to what a 5-star boot would have. It's not a big loss when in the long-term thing, and so that was definitely not something that I'm upset with rolling up, and it's actually made a big difference. Getting my Elhain with more speed has been really, really helpful, and honestly, there's really no limit. The faster I can get her, the more often she's going to be able to take extra attacks compared to the enemy, and that's just going to make getting through these waves that much easier. So if I can get more speed on her, absolutely something I want to do. I do have an attack chest I rolled up all the way. It's not the best rolls, not the worst rolls. I'll take HP percentage, that's not bad. But obviously I don't like rolling up 4-star gear all the way. I prefer 5-star, and the reason why is 5-star will carry me further. I'll be able to keep that gear longer term, so it's a better investment of silver. The hard part is I just don't have 5-star gear right now, right? I haven't gotten any drops from going through the campaign, and I haven't got any drops from, you know, doing the random dungeons that I've done. So, you know, because this is in a set that I think is really, really valuable right now, it's worth it. I know these are good pieces anyway, so it's not a problem. Same thing with my gloves here. I've got crit rate gloves. I probably will be rolling these up to 16, again, just to maximize her damage approach, right? Obviously, you know, if I could get some, you know, 5-star, I would really love that. That would make a big difference, and a better helmet, you know, something preferably with some crit rate. I'm still not going to be crit capped even when I roll those gloves all the way up, and that is something I do like to be able to do if I can. But, you know, just adding those stats in. Now, you'll notice I do have 2 speed set pieces. They're not great pieces, but they're 5-star, and that actually makes a big difference, right? You're talking about just a flat attack, it's going to be a big difference. The sub-stat bonuses is a big difference. So I had these are like the only 2 pieces I kept from that set I was able to get, and they're not great, but they are good enough, and they're going to make her faster, which is really important. I would love to switch these out for an attack set. Honestly, I'd like to get her attack even higher so she can do more damage. And so that is something I would like to do, but I'm, you know, along doing that, I'd like to keep the speed as well. The speed to me is paramount all the way through it. And so that's something I'm really looking forward to. I got my Deacon here, kind of mixed that. I was finally able to crack level 30 on my account, which is huge. I was able to craft some perception sets, which were huge. Absolutely massive early game. In fact, there are 2 sets that I think are super huge early game. And I totally forgot about. I guess 3. There's 4 sets. There's 4 sets. There's 4 sets that are massive early game, right? And these are ones that you either get or can start crafting. Obviously, Lifesteal's one of them. That's the no-brainer. We talked about that. The other one that I was surprised about was I have on my War Priest here, I've got the shield set, and it's a trashy shield set. Look at this flat attack on the chest. It's awful. It's an auto sell type of piece, but because it is so helpful getting through those waves, because you start the first 2 turns with this pretty large shield and can really help your team survive. You get that going through the missions. That is an absolutely massive set. I honestly would put it on no matter what the things roll. It doesn't matter. Hopefully you get luckier than I did. I got literally the worst roll possible on that. I don't even think I got any. I got a little bit of speed on my shield. Like, that's it. So terrible rolls, but it is absolutely massive as far as the set goes for you. The other ones, I would say, perception obviously is going to be massive. You get speed, you get actually 2 things that are going to be in hard supply, especially early on in this game. Definitely things you want. So those were huge for me. The other thing that was huge was resilience, and I still haven't even put these on. I'm kind of a little low on silver to swap gear out, but boy, I forgot, or just didn't even realize, because when these came out, my account was advanced enough where I was like, I don't need resilience set, but these are massive for your account, especially early on. An extra 10% HP and defense on a 2-piece set is really, really nice to get. And, you know, I was able to craft some decent pieces, and the pieces you're crafting are better than the ones you're going to be farming. So, you know, a lot of these are actually, like, look at that shield, double speed roll. I mean, that's really nice. So there's definitely a lot of really nice stuff in here. And so I would be focused on that. I actually was able to even, I think I did a swift parry roll. Yeah, I did 1, and that was a mistake. Honestly, I should be investing all of my forge materials, all of them should be going into either perception gear or resilience gear at this early stage. Deflection, swift parry are obviously great, right? And you do have some core hammers, but the problem is you're giving up these more valuable willstone materials for that, or you're giving up the valuable bloodstone materials, and those are used for resilience and perception, which cost a lot less, which means you can get a lot more. In this early part of the game, it's about quantity and quality. You want as many shots at good pieces as possible, right? Because we're limited on energy, we're limited on how much we can farm. It's just not going to be super easy otherwise. So those are some things that I learned, right? I made a couple mistakes. They're not going to kill me, but, you know, a couple mistakes that, you know, I did have to walk through. Faction Wars has been huge. Obviously, not only do you get some nice little decent rewards there, but getting those materials to craft which are really nice. I have 0 barbarians worth even trying. I'm like, am I even gonna? I'm not even gonna bother. I don't think. But yeah, you can see like I don't have gear on them. I'm not gonna put gear on them. But you know, this is the kind of thing you want to go through all the stuff that you can. Been doing arena a fair amount. I think I probably ended up wasting a few tokens, unfortunately. But I am all the way up. Yeah, this is terrible. This is an embarrassment. An embarrassment. You're embarrassing yourself. How dare you guys? But as far as, you know, my arena team, I'm in silver 2, which I think is pretty solid at this stage. But I've kind of hit that level where it's like, this is gonna get, I have to pick and choose my opponents now, right? This is not super easy. Now, that's not to say I can't win. I'm actually doing a pretty decent job. You know, one of the issues is my Elhain is just my fastest champion, and I need that for campaign. So it's not like I can really switch that out, and I don't plan on swapping that out at all. But you know, I'd love to have Deacon go first, even if it's just to put up the decreased defense and set her up. That would be, I think, a massive bonus for me. But you know, we're not at that point yet. What I do have, I do kind of like my team. Obviously, War Piece is there, not only to give us that increased attack, but also some healing. But I really like my Greybeard here with this AoE damage, but more importantly, it's kind of like a freeze ability, which I think is actually really nice. And so my Greybeard's pretty solid as a, you know, semi-CC. He's not great at it. Definitely getting swapped out as soon as I get the opportunity. But for right now, I think pretty decent little champion, you know. I was able to put together a clan boss team. It's not good. But working on easy here, and I think that's where we're at, I was able to get the top chest, you know. So that's something. Okay, that's awful. I wish I could keep that. And we were able to take it down as a group. So that's, you know, there's some stuff coming out of that. But you can see everybody's kind of starting to put in their stuff here. Some of these people are going, oh, you know, crazy with it. My team is not nearly that good. But I was able to pick up an assassin who actually has a pretty cool little kit. He's got a poison on his A1, which is pretty nice. 50% chance, but he just, you know, 50% chance places it. It's great. Actually, you know, pretty effective. Also has a 50% chance of increasing duration of debuffs, which is really helpful when we get that going. And he's got a weaken on the A3. I had an Aethel, and I ended up feeding her to rank up Elhain. I was going to keep Aethel. Triple hit attack, starter champion. She's good, right? Has a weaken debuff and a big one, and that's really effective. In fact, on the early levels of the clan boss, weaken's going to be more effective than decreased defense, something a lot of people don't realize until you hit Nightmare. Decreased defense is worse or equal to weaken, right? On brutal, they're about the same, and on Nightmare, decreased defense starts to take a little bit of an advantage over weaken, but most of the time, you know, weaken's actually more valuable. But because he had that in his kit, I was like, oh, all right. Well, I got a little poisoner, you know, maybe I'll feed him later. I'll probably feed him later, but he's got a weaken, even if it's a small one. He's got some poisons. He extends the duration of debuffs. These are all good things for me, you know? So we can roll with that. And I did pick up a monk here just to add some more poisons for my team. He's pretty terrible. He's only level 25. So obviously, you know, he's not really bringing a lot of ruckus right now for us, but that's okay. But we can kind of go in, and you know, one of the things I should have actually set this up. Deacon's A3 ability is a little bit unfortunate. See, look at that. Extend the duration of those. That's great. That's great right there. Absolutely love that. One of the things about Deacon, which is unfortunate, I would say, is that his A3 right here, it doesn't grant the extra turn until you ascend him 3 times. And that's going to be really hard for an epic champion. I'm going to need a lot of potions to do it. I've ascended him once. That wasn't so bad. The next one, I need like 7 of the greater pots in spirit, and it's going to take me a while. So I actually would turn this skill off generally. Right here, we're going right after the boss. So actually, it's not a bad one to use here, but it's not like a super useful skill. So that actually might be something I would turn off going forward. I'm actually not using Assassin's Weaken ability. I'm getting more value out of the poisons right now, so I just want to try an A1 spam as much as I can to get those going. That's going to be the biggest thing for us right now. And then getting the rest of the debuffs, like the leech and decreased defense and stuff from Deacon, is going to be the big thing. But yeah, I just want to stack those poisons as much as I humanly can and kind of keep going in that direction. I think that's just going to be the most beneficial for my team right now. You know, Elhain's doing good damage, but you can see we did like 80,000 damage just from those poisons. You know, and this is like, look at Monk, he's already dead. You know, I'd like him maybe he can put poisons up one more time. That would be great if he could do that. I don't know if he's even gonna get another shot at it, frankly, but you know, that's the type of thing. I can heal him up a little bit. Okay, we'll see. You know, but there's obviously, we're gonna get more poisons. Perfect, excellent. That's good. Now if Assassin can go one more time. Oh, we got the little turn meter boost. Yes, and now we can extend those for one turn. Nope, we didn't get it. We didn't get the proc. That's unfortunate. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be all right. But we still did, you know, 380,000 damage. We only need like 1.1 million for the day to get the top chest. So that's all I'm really focused on right now, is I just want to get that top chest, get those rewards. They're not great rewards, but this early on, every little bit is going to matter. And so that's 100% something that I want to do, and just kind of continue to push forward with this. Obviously, if I could build him up a little bit, we'll do a lot more damage, but I'm not ready to invest quality gear on him. I'm not ready to invest quality leveling and time on him either. So right now, it's not going to be worth it for me to really build up that Monk too much. I did get him to 3-star, and that's about as far as I'm going to take him right now. And I think that's a good spot to take him, right? I don't think we need to do a whole lot more. I think I can actually boost these guys a little bit there. Yeah, that boost is pretty helpful. It's way more impactful on Clan Boss than it's been on other things. That's definitely something I've noticed, is that the turn meter boost from Deacon is something I've actually, once I finally unlocked team setups, I turned it off and it made a big difference in my run. Not using that skill was surprisingly more beneficial than using it. So that's kind of a weird thing to kind of take away and figure out and learn. And yeah, I am manual in Clan Boss. This is something I haven't done in a very long time. But you know, I feel like at these early stages, it's kind of worth it. Obviously, I could do the setup for the team, and that might make things a lot easier as far as that goes as well. It's probably something I should be doing, but you know, I didn't. So we are where we are. But you know, just kind of keep grinding with it. You know, thankfully Elhain does really good work. That Terminator boost is coming in handy there. Oh, okay, good. We got the debuff extension. Excellent. Get a little bit more increased attack going. Now, the only person I have masteries on is Deacon, and I actually had to make this important decision. I think I talked about this in yesterday's video, or the last video I did for this free to play. And one of the things I was thinking about is how beneficial are the masteries really going to be? And I know for Deacon, I need Deacon going fast. I want Deacon with accuracy, and that was going to be difficult for me to do. And I felt going down the support tree was going to be helpful. And you know, truthfully, when it comes down the offensive tree, we're all kind of getting the same deal as far as like stuff we're putting on here, right? So I wasn't super concerned about you know, the damage factor of it. I figured we're both going to be, everybody's going to kind of be taking, you know, being able to deal what damage we can. It wasn't going to be a huge advantage or disadvantage for one person to, you know, for like Elhain to have the masteries versus Deacon. I just didn't see that being the reality of the situation. And so because of that, I felt pretty good about actually giving Deacon those masteries, because also it's going to be a better long-term play. I might not take Elhain past level 50. I mean, that's just the reality of it, is that she'll probably end up being food to rank somebody up to rank 6. You know, I might end up keeping her on. It really depends who I'm able to pull along the way, what other champions I can kind of get, stuff like that. But there's a strong possibility that she's going to be pretty much dusted after this, right? And so being able to acknowledge that, know that is going to be helpful, you know, just as far as like, who am I going to master and stuff. I do have a really important decision coming up, and I actually I'm actually gonna ask you guys to give me your opinion. I'm completely torn on this. I don't particularly, I know what I want to do, and I think I know what I should do. And so I'm really interested to hear your guys' opinion. So I'm gonna ask you guys in the comment below on this video, let me know what I should do. And I'm gonna hold on to my gems until I get a chance to actually, you know, a few hours pass from when this video is released and I get a chance to read them. But I have 800 gems. I can invest masteries into one other champion. Like I could master Elhain here. I could master Elva, who I'm still waiting to beat Brutal Campaign before I bring her out. That's kind of the rule I set for myself there. But I could master her and have her ready to go. I'm really inclined to do that. Hey, we hit 1 million damage. That's not bad. That's not too bad. All right. It's a pretty good start, you know. Obviously, look at Elhain does work. Assassin does work. Outlaw Monk. And Outlaw Monk's brief appearance did a good amount of work as well. So you can see there's definitely some value here with this kind of a squad. I honestly could get a second Outlaw Monk. And if I can, you know, get everybody in lifesteal, that 5-some would probably do pretty good. Hey, just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already, take a moment and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss the next one of these videos that comes out. And of course, if you guys need help with your account, you can go to my website, DeadwoodJedi.com, where I'll be happy to look at your squad and make whatever improvements are needed to be made. But, you know, when I'm doing that, I still want to play my own account. That's why I use BlueStacks, which you'll find linked down below in the pinned comment and description of this video. BlueStacks is a great way to run multiple instances of the game on your computer at the same time. And if you enjoyed today's music, we have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video as well. Use code DeadwoodJedi, save 15%. But there we go. But yeah, you can see I have 800 gems. So the question is, do I spend 500 and unlock the gem mine and get that kind of system rolling? Or do I spend it on a champion like Elva and completely master her? I don't know which one I should do. Elva's going to be game-changing. Mastered, unbooked, doesn't matter. She's going to be game-changing for my account. Easily my best champion. But that's a lot of potential, right? Like that's you know, the gem mine's pretty good. It's something you definitely want to unlock quickly so you can get that clock rolling on it and not only unlock it but upgrade it, right? And I haven't done that, so that's where I'm like, ugh, what is it I'm supposed to do here? Because I know a fully unlocked mine is going to get me like 14-15 gems every day, and that's going to give me an opportunity every 3 days to basically get a free energy refill. So that is somewhere I want to get with that, but I'm not sure how important that is. I do feel like even unmastered with Elva and Elhain, I will be able to farm Minotaur, so I feel like I can do that. The question is how, you know, is getting those masteries on Elva gonna save me time in the short term and in the long term, right? By being able to advance my account quickly, is it worth paying that extra gem tax to get those? So I'm a little bit torn on that. I would really like to hear you guys lay out your opinions down below. I honestly want to know what you guys have to think on that. So please let me know. Anyway, this is where I'm at right now. You know, we still got that 2x boost, right? There's a bunch of ancient shards. I've been pulling them. I've pulled like 8 or 9 already. So that's been good for me. You know, as far as the challenges go, I'm kind of stuck with some of this stuff. I really need to upgrade some champions here. You know, I need to do some more keep stuff, potion stuff. I have to get the gold tier in arena. That could be pretty tough. But yeah, I'm a little bit stuck at that point. You can see, yeah, I've got a few arena refills I need to actually go through here before those run out of time. So that's going to be kind of my focus right now because I'm running out of energy. But you can see, right, as far as like ranks go, skills go, as far as skills, right, I've got Deacon here. I've got partially booked. I've literally gotten the worst. I've gotten the worst luck on books. Like, I'll look at these 3 books here and that 81 just killing me. But you know, we've got him pretty close to being fully booked, and that's going to make a huge difference, especially when I get him ascended. That's going to be absolutely massive. I basically put books into him. I put some books into Assassin. Again, the worst luck on those. So you know, when I can get, I actually have some books right now. Let's go ahead and dump those bad boys in here and get him going. That could be helpful. All right. So a little bit better chance now with the poison on the A1. The A2 is fully booked for the buff extension. That's great. Still working on the A3. So basically 2 books away from having him fully booked out. I mean, I'm a little nervous about that kind of investment into that particular champion, but I feel okay about it. But you can see I've got some, you know, champs ready to become and turned into food. I just have to actually get around to doing that. So that's gonna kind of next on my list of things to do, and just continue farming is really where it's at. I am in Brutal Campaign. I think I might not have done that. So I haven't, you can go through, I haven't finished any of the levels, right? I probably could go through and polish off some of these other ones, like normal and hard here. I don't know that I can 3-star everything yet. I'm kind of waiting to get Deacon up to 5-star, so I'm not wasting energy trying. But occasionally getting some extra stars so I can get things like the gems have been really valuable, or the silver. But I am pretty close to advancing here to the next stage in Brutal. So I think I'm going to be able to beat Brutal with the squad I have. I'm hopeful I don't have to rank up Deacon all the way up to 4-star or all the way up to 5-star. It's a possibility, but I'm really hoping I don't have to. But yeah, anyway, that's what we got going on. It's been pretty exciting. We're doing pretty good. Just kind of at this point, I'm out of energy, which is like the worst. I'm like, this is the worst kind of grind. I'm out of energy. I can't grind. I don't have any energy. What's going on here? So that's really got to be my next focus. The next thing that I really want here is more energy, because obviously with more energy, I'm going to be able to do a whole lot more stuff. You know, I can get through Brutal campaign. I can start farming those potion keeps, which, you know, if I can ascend Deacon, it's going to be game changing. The fact that that A3 is a whole separate skill has to be one of the most frustrating things in this stupid game. You know, once he's ascended, all of a sudden he becomes an absolute beast. Even not fully booked, it doesn't matter. All of a sudden he's going to be way more effective for me, because he's going to be able to attack every single turn, which is honestly huge. So I'm just really eager for that to happen. Obviously I need to gear up my Deacon a little faster. That's going to make a really big difference as well, actually. Not just for, you know, campaign farming and dungeon farming, but also I think really big impactful for arena. I'm real tempted just to, like, you know, put them in the fastest stuff irregardless of anything else, but that's, I think, a little bit of a recipe for disaster. So let's see what else is going on here. There was something else I wanted to show or share. Oh yes, so look at that referral program. I've got it filled out. If you guys are part of my referral program, please trust my account so I can start getting the benefits of it. Please. A Jamarsa would be really big and huge. That is something that, you know, I know a couple of the other players in our clan already have a Jamarsa, which is crazy to me. But I would really like to get that. I think that would be pretty nice to be able to do. You can see here, yeah, like Hell Hades says this Jamarsa. Look at that. Prexion pulled a Duchess. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Somebody cheated. There's a is that a Ignatius up there? Wow, we got some people with some real champs going on here. Some legendaries have entered the game. I feel like I might have unnecessarily handicapped myself with the Elva restraint, but it's okay. It's just through campaign. I think that's fine. But, you know, as always with these things, you got to use who you have, right? Use what you've got to your best advantage, and that's going to be the key. So right now, my whole focus is just, you know, get these guys leveled, get these guys leveled, get these guys leveled, and get them ranked up and all that stuff. And once I can, you know, kind of complete that, it's going to be absolutely massive for my account. Absolutely massive for the account, you know. Getting these books here would actually be really nice for my Deacon as well. But yeah, my focus right now has to be getting through Brutal Campaign, getting my Deacon set, and then starting to rank up and level up Elva. Those are like the three biggest things that I've got to do. And once I can do that, that's going to really open up a lot of possibilities. So that's where I'm at right now, which is pretty solid. You know, we're advancing on the dungeons. I think I've got Dragon all the way up to, you know, stage 9 here. We've been able to clear, and I haven't even tried it in a little bit. Ice Golem stage 7. Spiders I got to stage 4 and stopped. Fire Knight I just did stage 1. I just really followed the missions on that, and I don't really need to do more. Minotaur we got all the way up to stage 5. I could probably do even higher than that. You know, Spirit Keep, we're up to stage 9. So we're starting to see like a pretty solid pattern of like somewhere between 9 and 6 is kind of like where my my counts are kind of, you know, hard capping at. Stage 7 seems to be a pretty big jump as far as the difficulty of the bosses and stuff, just across the board. And so that's definitely somewhere where, you know, you're going to want to kind of aim for. And once you get there, you know, getting Elhain up to 50 was kind of a big changer. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I've rambled long enough. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. If you guys are trying to compete in this free-to-play, we do have that BlueStack link down below in the pinned comment description of this video, like all my videos going forward for this free-to-play. So make sure to download that so you can run multiple accounts at the same time. It's absolutely a game-changing ability there. On top of that, you know, let me know. I have that channel in my Discord right now. It's very cool being able to do that, throw that out there. But it's a fun little channel where I've been posting updates in it and talking about it, and it's been kind of a fun little thing to be able to, you know, stay in touch with, you know, some of the people that are paying attention to this kind of thing. So it's been fun. I've been really enjoying this. I'm surprised at how enjoyable it is to kind of start over again and start it up new. And, you know, I'm so much better at this. I think currently my progress is equivalent to like my first, like, maybe 2 weeks when I first really played this game, just to give you an idea. Even if the time spent is probably about the same, quite frankly. So anyway, that's where we're at. It's day 3. We finished day 2, and I got to get back to the grind. So that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.